All right, guys, can you hear me? Can you see me? Online students?
Yeah, yes, we can.
Okay, how you guys doing? You can talk, you know.
Great.
All right. Before we get started, I just want to quickly share. We are actually just getting the June ACT results today. Just now, literally 2 seconds back, one of our students, she scored 35, and we had 135 and 134 already, and actually 132. So we had really great results,
They're-
except for one student so far.
That are currently attending right now?
No, the one who just finished the spring class.
Uh,
So they were taking the June test. So really happy that students have really done well. One of my student, her science score went, and she was stuck at 28 for, boy, 3 times so far, 28, 28, 28. So I met with her one-on-ones, few classes, got a 34. 6 points jump, that's huge, that's huge. So really happy. Hope you guys are doing well in terms of homework. So you should be done with homework 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this week will be 7 and 8. Next Tuesday is 29th, you have a class. Then you have a break for the July 4th, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So you have a, yeah, me too. So next Tuesday we have a class, okay? Don't forget that. And then you guys get a break. I wanna tell you when we come back. We come back once, next Tuesday is 29th, then we come back on July 6th. Okay, all right. Let's get started. Math, okay? Let's go.
What day's the fourth on this year?
Sunday, I believe. All right, so we've been doing trig, and I know Lauren has been working with you guys on matrices, arithmetic, and geometric sequence. Go to page 15 of the math packet. Equation C on page 15 is difference of squares. So we're gonna start with difference of squares. So a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. Pretty sure you guys have seen it a lot because this is one of the most important equations in math which you're going to take it to college. All right, we're going to get started with the first question. Okay, let's start with the easy one. X squared minus 64 equal to. And we won't have any time to waste, so I want to keep the ball rolling, okay? Let's go. Tell me the answer.
X plus 8 and x minus 8.
Yeah, so this is usually in the first 10 or 20 you're gonna get. Should take you not more than 10 seconds. Okay, as simple as it gets. Second. Eight x squared minus 200. Factorize or simplify 8x squared minus 200. Online students, make sure if you have any questions, doubts, make sure to ask. If you haven't answered, let me know.
I have an answer.
Okay.
I got an answer.
Okay, let's get started. So, rule to remember in math, always simplify and then solve. So, you can actually nothing can be done as is, but if you take the 8 out, you get x squared minus 25, x plus 5, x minus 5. If you guys have questions, you got to stop me. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going, okay? Third one. Factorize x raised to 6 minus y raised to 8. Again, if you have an answer, just let me know. Keep it moving, okay?
Oh, I do.
Okay, let's get started. So even though there is an easy way to do it, I want to show you a little bit more steps on this. So this is difference of squares, right? So it has to be a perfect square. So x cubed raised to 2, that's your x cubed squared. 3 times 2 is 6. Minus y raised to 4 raised to 2. This is a square minus b squared. So to 2, the square term always is in the outside. A squared minus b squared is a plus b times a minus b. And if you FOIL it, you go back to this problem. Simple. So this is factorization, this is FOILing. Questions so far? Online students, am I going fast?
No, it's good.
It's good.
Because
Yes, Cozy.
if you have a question, you need to ask. Simple, okay? But at the same time, I expect you guys to be actually very good at this, to be honest, because you need to be hammered on this at school. Next. A raised to 16 minus 16. This is question number 60 in the ACT. Again, if you're done, wow, okay. Most likely all of you are wrong, but we'll see.
Oh, wait.
Oh, shoot.
No mistake, I got it.
Okay. Would they have the other one as an answer?
Online students, anybody done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, you guys need to participate, okay? I'm gonna start complaining about you guys now. Maybe I'll start crying if you guys do not participate. But I expect you guys to participate. You know, that's the only way you're gonna learn, okay? So let's get started. So a raised to 8 squared, so a squared minus b squared. A squared minus b squared is a plus b times a minus b. But coincidentally, this can be further factorized because this is a perfect square. Difference of squares. So a raised to 8 plus 4, a raised to 4 squared minus 2 squared. So a raised to 8 plus 4 times a raised to 4 plus 2, a raised to 4 minus 2. How many have this? 1. I gave a hint, it's a 60th question. If you guys want to get a 36, you have no margin of error. And you gotta show that desperation. That's why I gave the hint as 60th question. I'm not teaching you guys for 30. I want to make it very clear. Is that clear? Today, the June results, nobody has scored a 36. We had a 34, we had a 35, but nobody has a 36, which upsets me.
Take those results.
I won't. Online students, did anybody get this?
I got that.
Good. Did you get this before or after? Sorry,
Can you hear me?
yeah. Did you get this answer before I explained or after I explained?
I got it before.
Good. All right, next question, last question on this. And this question has two answers. Okay? Factorize x squared plus 64. This question was asked in ACT twice, and both times they had different answers. Both were correct.
I have an answer.
I have an answer.
Okay.
I think I do.
I have an answer.
Okay. Now at least you guys are participating, so that's good. Okay, Ellie, I'm gonna pick on you on this one. You tell me the answer.
I got two, so do you want me to tell you both of them?
Yes.
I said either like you can't do it or x plus 8i times x minus 8i.
Fantastic. Anybody else?
That's what I
I
got.
just said no answer.
Okay. What do you think they had when she said no answer? Or what do you think the ACT answer choice was? What's the technical math word?
Cannot be.
Imaginary. No real answer.
What did you say?
I said cannot be determined.
Close.
No real
No
number.
real solution.
Close.
Just no.
What do you think? Okay, in simple math, okay, third grade, second grade math, okay? What is the number that is called that cannot be factorized?
Zero solutions.
I'm talking about second grade. You guys don't know solutions at the time.
No.
In second grade, what do you guys call a number that cannot be factorized?
Prime.
Prime number, right? So the answer they had was, official word was prime. That means it cannot be factorized, right? Prime and composite, right? These are all composite numbers, that's why you could factorize. This couldn't be factorized. Or you can make it factorized by converting into an imaginary, because I squared is,
-1.
you guys know that, right? And anybody who doesn't know that? Austin.
I know it. I just didn't think of that.
Anybody else?
I haven't learned it, but it makes sense.
Okay. So a squared minus b squared. A squared minus b squared. A squared is 64. I squared. I squared. So a plus b times a plus b times a minus b. Good, Ellie. This is good. I'm happy if you guys said no solutions, but there's no. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna buy that one.
So would they have the eyes on there?
So this was question number 8 in the ACT for this answer choice. This was 49. So but they won't have both in the same problem, of course, because both are correct. because I'm gonna build on it now. That's why I wanna make sure you guys know I squared. Carson, Mihania, Sydney, do you have any questions?
I'm good.
No.
No.
You don't lie to me, okay? Again, I'm as happy I'm right now that my students have done well. New Horizon students have done well. I'm not happy that they're not getting 36 in math. Question is, why are they getting 34, 35s, not 36s? So I'm gonna really evaluate the next few classes I'm gonna teach math and what can we do. And I know one solution. I know that. I'm gonna implement it right away. But what else can I do? Okay? So, but I'm not teaching you guys to get a 30 here. And I'm not seeing the desperation, okay? You got to be desperate, guys. Nothing comes easy. Really, nothing comes easy. Okay, let's go to imaginary numbers. Next topic. And I'm assuming you guys have no questions, so. Quickly, tell me your name if you're taking the July test. Quick.
Brody,
Austin.
good.
City.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take some time here to talk to you guys. Before I get to imaginary numbers, it should not take much time. So, how much time we are left at? 24 days, right? July 17th. Expect you guys to take at least 2, if not 3 full practice tests. Okay? And you got to study daily. I believe we are going to be teaching you everything you need to know for July 17th. There'll be 1 or 2 questions that may be a surprise, but that's about it. So, do you have any questions on your preparation? Because,
Say every day, like how long?
well, if you're a junior going to a senior, I'll be looking at least 2-3 hours a day.
What? How much time?
What are you doing, Brody? Tell me. 24 hours? It's summertime?
Drinking his lemonade.
Oh, nice one. Football practice in the afternoon. And then I've got my mom around the house.
Reasons, man. Don't buy in reasons. If you don't do it now, when you get the results on July 27th, there will be a different reaction. Simple. What you put in is what you get out. I want to be very clear, and that's how we train students here. Why do you practice so much in football? Because you want to be good at it.
So in college.
Well, trust me, if you don't have a good ACT score, they will not allow you now. Especially nowadays, especially after what happened last week with NCAA. They are not gonna. I'm a college president, trust me. We know how to recruit students at the time. How about online students? Do you have anything to ask me? Sydney, do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Are you preparing well?
Yeah, I think so.
How many hours a day?
Maybe just 1 so far.
Could I negotiate to 2.5 hours per day, or 2 hours at least?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I would be looking at a weekly of 14 hours. Splice it however you want it, but that's the bare minimum. If you really want to do well, that's what you're looking at. Because we are teaching you everything, right? But who is going to practice that? This is just the beginning. This is not the end. How about you, Carson?
I've been doing like 2 hours, but I've been missing a couple days a week, so.
That's okay. I'm ready to negotiate on that one. But 2 hours with desperation, real desperation. Look at the student who just got 35. How hard she has worked, and I know her very well. And she got 33 3 times, and I told her to be done. She's like, Manoj, give me one more chance. This was her last chance. I told her to stop, but she did. She worked hard for it. So,
But she had a 33.
what's that?
She had a 33.
Yeah, 3 times in a row. So, are we clear on this? Okay. Three full practice tests, okay? No, we got to do this. Otherwise, not gonna happen. All right, imaginary numbers. I squared is -1, I is square root of -1. Okay, you know that one. Okay. So what type of problems can we expect in ACT? Some of them are pretty direct. Get your calculators. Factorize or simplify, not factorize, simplify 2 plus I divided by I. Do you know you can directly do this in the calculator?
Yeah.
If you know, do it. If you don't know, let me know.
I don't know.
I didn't know it worked, but okay.
Oh, yeah.
Calculator?
My brother took mine out of my bag.
Come on, Warren. No reasons, okay?
Yep.
Would you allow him to take your phone?
No.
Come on, guys. This is the best time of your life to study and to get that score. Put in the effort. Don't give all reasons. Mm-mm. All right, so in the calculator you can do it easily. Does anybody not know this?
The answer's 3.
What's that?
Is the answer 3?
Sounds like that. We'll see. But that's what you should be doing in the real exam. Use the calculator, okay? Because you don't want to waste time. But if you don't have a calculator, or like Varun, or if you have a variable which you cannot do it in the calculator, then you have to multiply and divide by its conjugate. So the conjugate of I is I. So you multiply and divide by the conjugate. So then factorize 2I plus I squared divided by I squared. I don't think so, it's -3 by the way. So 2I minus 1 divided by -1, so the answer is 1 minus 2I. Did you guys get it?
Let's put parentheses around it.
I don't think so, you did the parentheses here.
I'm supposed to.
Yeah, so I would have done 2 plus I like this in the parentheses divided by I. Otherwise, that's why you're getting I divided by I is 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. That's how you got 3. Remember, in math, always,
I have a question.
yeah, please.
Do I always have to put the I, like the imaginary number, second?
I'm not
Like,
following you.
It's like I minus 2I. Could I not do -2I plus 1?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Mahani, do you know why they write like this?
They're weird.
Well, I just know in my math class we used to write it like that, but I wasn't sure if like I was like remembering wrong or something.
Okay, let me kind of quickly take care of it right away. The reason they write like this is how a complex number is written. A complex number is written in the form a plus bi. So the a is the real component and b is the coefficient of the imaginary. So this is the imaginary component. So a plus bi is the format they always use. So every number is a complex number. So even if you want to write just 5, I can write 5 plus 0i. So this is the complex number. So I'm going to repeat. Every number is a complex number. Okay, so remember that. And I'm going to get to a little bit more about this, Mahania, about what else can we do on this one actually. Okay. All right. Go back to this question. Do you guys know what is this I called? What is this I called? Conjugate. So you multiply and divide by the conjugate. Why? Because if you don't do it, you cannot further factorize, further cannot simplify. So you multiply and divide by I to continue its simplification process. And that is called conjugate. Okay? For the next problem. Let's flip that. Putting parentheses is just an absolute skill. Not many can get that right, actually.
Oh, what am I? No.
Okay, so in the calculator you got the answer, right? Okay, let's do without. So the conjugate of I was I. So what's the conjugate of 2 plus I?
2 minus
2 minus I. And you multiply and divide by 2 minus I. Of course, then you factorize it 2I minus I squared. Sorry, FOIL, not factorize. Saying the word factor. Same thing here. But you can also use a shortcut here. A plus B times A minus B. What we just did it. A squared minus B squared. Shortcut. Or you can just do the regular FOIL if you're not comfortable. 2I minus of minus 1. Be careful here. This is negative of negative 1 divided by 4 minus of minus 1. So 2I plus 1 divided by 5. So in your calculator may give as a decimal form. ACT may give the answer like this. This is how the ACT may give the answer. How many got this correct without calculator?
I did.
I just used the calculator.
Yeah.
People who did just by calculator, or it doesn't matter. Actually, I want everybody to do this problem again.
I
Go.
do recognize that.
Let's do this, please. Good. So let me give you a problem that was in ACT, which you couldn't do it in a calculator. Okay. No, you can't do it in a calculator because you have a variable.
Can't you just type the variable in?
Hmm?
Can't you just type the variable in?
I've tried it. It doesn't work in my calculator, but try. You know, there's absolutely always an option to try. I do not know how it's going to work out, but let's try. No, but in my calculator it doesn't work for sure. I know that. Alright. So what's a conjugate?
1 plus 3i.
So let's take care of the denominator. A minus b times a plus b is a squared minus b squared. Then of course now you have to FOIL x plus 3xi plus I plus 3i squared. So this is negative 3 here. Okay, so x plus 3xi plus I minus 3 divided by. So this is 9i squared, okay? 9i squared, which is negative 9. Negative of negative is positive 9, so it's 10. And this is how the answer was given. Actually, they factorized I here, but we don't have to worry about it. Online students, any questions?
No.
Ellie, how's going?
Good, I got the answer.
Carson,
Good, I also got it.
excellent. Let's go to the next one. Different type of problem, okay? For I's only. So where they'll ask you, solve, okay? And we're gonna do a bunch of these, okay? Let's start with A. I raised to 64. So, not solve, sorry. Keep saying the wrong term. Simplify. Solve, you gotta have an equal sign. If we do it in the calculator, just be cautious, sometimes it doesn't work. Okay?
Why would it not work?
That's a long story. So just want to be, especially my calculator doesn't work, I know that for sure. But the TI-84 plus CE may or may not work, depending on the problem actually.
I know how to do it, but I don't know how to do the specific one.
Yeah,
No, I'm not doing it in there, I just did it out of that.
I don't think so this works, but we'll check.
Maybe,
It does work on this one.
did I get it right? Oh, it did.
So this is one thing I would definitely try with calculator, but not rely on it completely. So the first thing is to do is to make everything a square term, because this is already an even number, so 32, because 2 times 32 is 64. So I squared raised to 32 is I raised to 64, because 2 times 32 is 64. I squared is negative 1, negative 1 raised to E1 is 1.
Couldn't you just know that 64 is even?
Let's try one more and I'll prove it right away. Do I raised to 250.
I have a question.
Yeah.
On the calculator for the I to the 64th power, I got something different than 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Based on what calculator you have, based on the problem, you will not get it. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I don't want you guys to rely on that one. You may have got something e raised to i's and no. Yeah, I know that one. So, do you have TI-84 plus?
Yes, I do.
That's right. All right. Again, this is an even number. Life is easy. I squared raised to what? 125. Am I right? 2 times 125 is 250. So negative 1 raised to odd number is negative 1. Here you go. So there is no correlation between what your answer is and what the exponent is to begin with.
So like, the exponent, if you divide it by 2, and whether it's even or odd, that's how you know.
Exactly. But if you start with the odd number to begin with, try this. I raised to 893. Again, I would definitely would start with the calculator if you have the plus CE calculator, but if it doesn't work, so if you have odd exponent to begin with, so you have one step to do. First step is to take an I out and make this into a even exponent. Second step. Somebody divide this number by 2.
446.
446. Thank you. So this is -1 raised to even is 1. 1 times I is I squared is -1. -1 to even is 1. 1 times I is I. Yes,
Is it okay if you divide the exponent by 4 to figure out which of the 4 it is?
I would
that
not do
number?
that. That's all high schoolish. Okay. That's not basics. Because there is nothing called I raised to 4, right? There's always I squared. So stick to the basics. I raised to 111.
I think I got it.
I got it.
Okay. I times I raised to 110. I times I square raised to what? 55. That's negative. It's odd exponent. So -1 raised to odd is -1 times I is -I. These are the 4 possible solutions you can get. Make sense? So this is the 7th session. So I just want to ask this question. Usually this is the what we call the inflection session where things go a little bit faster because I'm comfortable with you guys. You guys know us. Am I going too fast?
No, I think it's good.
Online students, I need an answer.
No, it's good.
I liked it It's better. good.
I like it better, okay. I like it too, but at the same time, if there is no communication, I don't like it either at the time. Okay, I get bored. You gotta communicate. So we did the imaginary numbers, we did the difference of squares. Well, any questions on this? Okay,
So we're just breaking it up into I squared every single
that's
time.
the goal. That should be the goal, to get to this point. All right, so we did kind of 2 decent topics today. Let's do a little easier one, but have seen the students have not done well. Open page 7 of the math packet. And it's going to be directly a problem, so, and it'll be only one problem we're going to do. So I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to read page 7. Because I'm gonna ask you guys to close the book after that. So the problem will be given and you'll have to do it without looking at it. Online students can cheat, but I hope they won't.
How is slope tan theta?
Yeah. go ahead and close this, page 7, and there'll be only one problem, okay? So let me actually first draw this, okay? And then I'll tell you when to start, okay? Okay, the question to you guys is, there's only one question by the way, okay? So let's call this as line L, okay? Find the x-intercept of line L. And if you have an answer, once you're done, just tell me your name. In the real ACT, you'll get 60 seconds, maybe a little bit more actually for this problem. Go.
Manoj,
Yes,
what does the bottom left
this one?
point say? Yeah.
-4, -9. This is 6, 5.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it cheating?
No, you can use a calculator. It's allowed in the test.
I have an answer.
Okay.
I have an answer.
Okay.
I have an answer, but I have to clean it up. How do you convert a decimal into a fraction again?
Math 1 enter.
What if it doesn't do it?
It's an irrational number. Cannot be converted to a fraction.
I have an answer.
Okay.
I have an answer.
All right, Carson, what was your answer?
I had -1.
I don't know based on how I drawn it, but x-intercept should be positive. But yeah, I may be wrong the way I've drawn it. It's a schematic, so okay, we'll see. -1. Anybody else matching his answer? Okay. Ellie, what do you got?
I got like 2.4.
That's what I got.
What do you got, Warren?
I got 6.
Well, if this is 6 here,
Oh,
it cannot be more than 6. Process of elimination. 0 and between 0 and 6 sounds okay to me. -6, -1 or 6. Anybody else matching 2.4?
I got that too.
Okay, listen up. Let's get started. The first step in this problem is to find the slope. Slope is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So it is 14 divided by 10, so 7 divided by 5. Alright, next. Y is equal to mx plus b. So I'm going to pick this point here. Y is 5, m is 7/5, x is 6 plus b. So phi is equal to 42 divided by 5 plus b. So minus 42 divided by 5 both sides. So b is equal to -17 over 5. Yep. So that is right here. That's a negative y-intercept. So y is equal to 7/5 x minus 17 over 5. This is my straight line equation. So if I have to find the x-intercept, y is 0. And, oops. So I'm going to multiply by 5 to easily simplify the equation. So x is equal to 17 divided by 7. So 2 point something sounds okay to me. And I always keep it in fraction because I don't need a calculator then. I would like everybody to do this problem, whether you got this correct or not. Why didn't you get it, Gordon? I don't see this as a hard question.
Where would we see this around which question?
Oh, this is around 45 to 55 range. Questions, anybody? Online students, questions? Sydney, do you have any questions?
No, I'm good.
I was expecting you guys to get this. See, when I could just make a problem with 2 points, pick any 2 points you guys want, do this problem. 10 times you will do it, you'll never forget this. You know, you cannot expect mastery by doing it once. You just can't. So put yourself the day you get the results. How you want to be that day, start preparing for that from today. If you want to be happy that day and celebration and stuff like that, work hard for that. So I've told you guys what I was thinking of how I would prep for the test on July 17th. Anything less than that, it's a compromise. And I don't like to compromise. You gotta work hard.
Why'd you times it by 6?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Because the x value for that point is 6. This is the 6. And 5 is here.
Okay.
So you could have picked this point too, by the way.
Okay.
Am I making myself clear? What are the expectations? So, regret is painful because you didn't do what you were supposed to. Just yesterday, for example, I was at the college from 8 to 7, and my car breaks down when I was about to return home. Someone picked the college car, came to home, and had a college consultation from 8 to 10. So I worked from what? 8 to 10? Non-stop almost. High intensity position. So, and today also I actually is so tired. I actually left the work early today. I was like, I just can't do it. But I'm gonna have to go back and teach still. I can take a day off, but I don't. I like there was an Instagram video, kind of really liked it actually, been watching that many times. This coach was training his student athletes, and he says that when lazy people always complain how much they work and nothing gets done, like they think everything is difficult. But other way around, people who work hard always say that, oh my God, I still have to work hard, right? They have that thing that whatever I've done is not enough. Oh my God, I'm lazy today. Even though they've been working hard, they blame themselves. And I think I look things at that way. Even though I work hard, I sometimes like, wow, I watched TV for an hour today. It's like a guilt. Failure is easy, okay? Doesn't need any effort. It's like dropping an apple. Gravity attracts you. Sounds good? I think I made myself very clear today. July 17th is the date. Prep for it, and July 27th is the results. See you guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. And I'll see you guys Thursday. Stay online and take a break.